Hello, Annie. I've been in the program for 4 months already, and I feel confident now when I speak English. Thank you very much for your support, for your lecture, and Lori guidance as well. However, I have a concern, and I would like to have your support and your instruction. If I focus on my pronunciation, then I don't speak naturally and fluently. And so it's a little bit choppy when I speak. And I feel that I feel that I'm frustrated. Although my friends thought that now I can speak English clearly and fluently. However, I would like to work on my intonation. Yes.
Okay, so Yen, you bring up a really, really good point that I want to kind of make sure is very clear is when you are, so there's a progression in learning correct pronunciation and the rules and applying all the things that we're learning here at Pronunciation Pro. So at first you kind of start off and then you start learning and there's kind of this jump of like, oh yes, I'm feeling awesome. I'm learning all these new skills and things. And then there's a little bit of a drop because then you get very much more aware, your listening increases, where you start hearing your mistakes and you start, then having to really work hard to correct them and get your mouth in the right position. And then there's this place of you kind of have to climb out of that dip. Okay, so you're kind of going, I'm feeling great. And then all of a sudden, and then you kind of dip down. And then the climb out of that takes some time, okay? So you're going to be in this space of being very aware and very conscious of where your mouth is, and you're practicing that clarity of your speech. It might sound a little choppy, like you're saying. It's clear, but it's kind of choppy. I want you to practice in that space for a period of time. Because as you practice in that space of getting your mouth in the right position and being very aware and listening and correcting your pronunciation, you do that consistently enough, and then the flow will start coming, okay? It will start getting more natural and comfortable for you the longer that you practice in that space. Because if you go back to what you were doing before, you're going to lose all the sounds. Okay? But if you keep the sounds in the right position and keep practicing that, the flow will then start to follow. Okay? So we do need to make sure that you're, working on that rhythm and that rhythm feels more natural and you understand what you're supposed to do for the rhythm. So that is where coming to these study groups and working with us is really going to help. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. We're going to practice this paragraph. And I liked when you were speaking, you were being very conscious of the sounds. You were being very clear in your pronunciation. So now let's use that and kind of move into more of the rhythm. Okay? Okay, so Yen, do this, start reading this for me and we'll kind of practice that rhythm. Okay?
The sign on the door says the new restaurant will open in 1 week.
Okay, good. Okay, so as you're reading, and this is what I like hearing, is your reading skills, you're getting some pretty good rhythm there. There can be more flow as you get more comfortable with the sounds, but your rhythm, your rhythm is following pretty well. So do this for me. The sign on the door.
The sign on the door
says the new restaurant.
Says the new restaurant
will open in 1 week.
Will open in 1 week.
Your listening skills are awesome, Yen.
Okay?
Because you're matching exactly what I'm doing and it sounds really, really good. So this makes me very excited for you to be able to acquire that rhythm more and more as you keep practicing. Okay, so let's do another sentence. I grabbed my phone.
I grabbed my phone
and called my friend Jen.
and called my friend Jen.
Good. Okay, so let's do those two sentences and we're going to speed it up a little bit more and get more of that flow, okay? And see if we can kind of keep those sounds in place.
Yes.
The sign on the door says.
The sign on the door says.
On the door. Do that for me. On the door.
On the door.
On the door. So we're going to kind of go into that N sound more as a TH. On the door. On the door.
On the door.
Good.
On the door.
Good. On the door. The sign on the door.
The sign on the door.
Says the new restaurant.
Says the new restaurant.
Will open in 1 week.
Will open in 1 week.
Good. So that one is kind of, you know, that flow there. Will open in 1 week.
Will open in 1 week.
Very nice. I grabbed my phone.
I grabbed my phone.
And called my friend Jen.
And called my friend Jen.
So that connection there, there's a little bit of a drop of that D sound because of the next word. My friend Jen. My friend Jen.
My friend Jen.
Yes, very good. And called my friend Jen.
And called my friend Jen.
Called my. So we're kind of going to that D sound. We're putting the D in position, but we're not really releasing it. We're releasing into the M. Called my.
Yeah. Called my.
Called my friend Jen.
Called my friend Jen.
Very nice. Okay, so let's do those two sentences. I want you to do it and just kind of keep that flow and that connection going. So start from the beginning.
The sign on the door says the new restaurant will open in 1 week. I grabbed my phone and called my friend Jen.
Called my friend Jen. Do that again.
And called my friend Jen.
So we still want to kind of release there. Calm. I'm kind of hearing an N instead of a D. Called my. Okay. Friend Jen. Okay, so that's the practice that we're going to kind of get into, Yen, because it's really, your sounds are sounding really good. You're able to match it really well, but we're going to connect and link words together and practice that connection little by little, and your mouth is going to start really getting to that flow. So I'm really excited that as we worked on linking just now, how much that rhythm kind of went into place. So you were able to match the flow, the up and down, pattern of my voice, that intonation of my voice. You were able to match that really, really well. So now it's just kind of getting that connection between words nice and fluid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
so you're
sorry.
Oh yeah, you're going to get it. And I just want you to know, what you're feeling right now is just that frustration because you're getting the sounds and you're clear, but you're not sounding fluent. That is a very important part of the process. Okay. Oh. Nothing has gone wrong here. You're doing it exactly right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
okay.
very much.
I'm excited. So come back and we'll keep working on it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Annie.
All right. Thanks, Yen. Okay, good. That's exciting. I want you guys to all know if you're kind of at that space where, things seem to be getting worse than getting better. You're doing it right. That is an important part of the process here.